Korty had the audacity to tweet us. My brothers and sisters in the Lord, the stan culture.
Wait! Oh no, it's Oliver again. And just when you think he can't get any more obsessed, bam! He kicked it up a notch.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie and it's currently raining, so you might hear the rain, the sound of the rain in the background of this video all through. I tried to wait till the rain stopped, but I just got tired of waiting because this rain is not looking like it's going to stop anytime soon. That being said, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you clicked on it, I mean obviously you did because you're watching me. But yeah, if this is not your first time, thank you very much for coming back to this channel, you know. And if this is your first time, welcome, and I hope you stay, and I hope you hit the subscribe button, and I hope you like this video, and I hope you comment. But I was doing so well with my intro, but it got really weird and awkward. I'm sorry. I apologize. Find it somewhere in your heart to forgive me. With that being said, let's talk about stanship. Let's talk about being a stan. Let's talk about when it can get unhealthy. Let's talk about if it's a bad thing to actually be a fan or a stan, and let's talk about the difference between being a fan and a stan. Mind you, I might interchange the fan and stan word sometime in this video because people often do, but I hope we'll get to kind of cement what the meanings of the word fan used to be before it evolved into stan, and what exactly is wrong about being a stan, because honey, there is something that is wrong.
Let me through! Here, please, kiss my hand and I'll never wash it again.
Let's get started.
A fan is a person who exhibits strong interest or admiration for something or somebody, such as a celebrity, a sports team, a genre, a politician, a book, a movie, a video game, or an entertainer. Synonyms of fan includes admirer, supporter, enthusiast, devotee, spectator, watcher, listener, follower, lover, and even fanatic.
The word stan was coined by Eminem in his 2000 song titled Stan. The song depicted an erratic fan who had displayed borderline psychotic obsession with the rapper himself in his increasingly desperate attempts to access the rapper whom he had spent much of his life admiring. The story in the rap is written in epistolary style, as the fan writes letter after letter disclosing intimate details about his life to his idol in hopes of getting a response from this celebrity. His increasing aggravation, unstable mental state, and aggressive language are traits noticeable in this character.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Now this story ends with the fan abducting his pregnant girlfriend, tying her up, dumping her in the trunk of his car before driving off a bridge in turbulent weather. Now one would think that given Eminem's shock and repulse upon discovering how deeply disturbed this fan has been before his death, and the note that the rap ends on, he had passed on the message that there has to be healthy boundaries between the fan and the celebrity. And people would take it down a notch. But no! I can only imagine Eminem's reaction when his fans christened themselves stans. Yep. Eminem's fans were the original and the first stans. It's almost eerie that people no longer call themselves fans. Like, people can just discover a band and the next day they're like, oh my god, I'm such a stan, I stan that band, I stan that person, I stan this, I stan that, without really understanding or knowing the gravity and intended meaning behind the word stan. And really, who can blame them? A stan basically needs a master, an idol to support. Who is an idol? An idol can be as innocuous as a person being loved or revered, or as sinister as someone being worshipped and served. So now we have literal fanatics, ardent worshippers, passionate protectors, diehards, who are otherwise known as stans. And my brothers and sisters in the Lord, that's how we have a whole culture of borderline mental illness on our hands. The stan culture. Getting caught in a stan war. Now we're going to get into Korty versus Wizkid stans. Who is Korty? Who is Wizkid? Who are Wizkid's supporters? Before we get into that, I would like to let it known that I'm simply using Korty as a case study of what happens when you step on the toes of stans, if you are lucky. Korty is not the first, nor is she going to be the last person to undergo this treatment from over-enthusiastic fans. For some, the cyberbullying, harassment, death threats, and doxing they received en masse was fatal to them. Now, who is Korty? Korty is a content creator whose popularity took off on YouTube from making... And who is Wizkid? Well, Wizkid is Wizkid. And who are Wizkid supporters? Wizkid supporters are people who are already cursing me for asking who is Wizkid. Now that we have that settled, how did Korty fall victim to the culture? While at 13 years old, many of us were running around being fools, doing stupid shit, and sharing our nonsensical ideas with our peers, Korty had the audacity to tweet hers. Now, everyone knows that leaving digital footprints can always come back to bite you in the ass, and so when Korty had the unmitigated gall to tweet an opinion of Wizkid months after trying to meet up with him for a video content, she unleashed a tornado of bloodthirsty stans who immediately made it their life mission to uncover every single fuck-ups and throw her for it. Insults, curses, and threats began to pour in, all because a teenage girl on the internet had opinions which might have changed on a superstar. Before long, the hashtag #FreeKorty started to float around as her supporters started to call for the bullying to end. Being a stan severely fucks up one's view of the world, because most of these people are not in their right mind when it comes to issues surrounding these celebrities, and I say that respectfully. It is illogical to want to defend a rich, powerful, and influential person from criticism. It is irrational to be disinvested or passionate about people you don't know personally. Now, don't get it twisted though. Celebrities are still humans. I do not condone the abuse and harassment of celebrities because I recognize that just like regular people, they feel things. But dogpiling on a regular person, granted an influencer of some sort, for harmless opinions she had as a teenager, shows how sinister and dark stanship can get. Where do we draw the line between having an opinion on a celebrity and abusing said celebrity? Where do we draw the line between being a fan and a stan? Is it absolutely important that you ruin someone's life for saying, oh, Cardi B can't rap, or oh, Wizkid is overhyped? I'm not saying either of those things. I'm just giving examples. Sit down. But is it absolutely important that we ruin this person's life because of that? Is it? The objectification of celebrities by stans. What is objectification? What does it mean to objectify someone? An Oxford Dictionary defines it as the action of degrading someone to the status of mere object. How are celebrities getting objectified?
I don't appreciate you guys being here. At the end of the night, when you come home, you want to relax. It's a nice place to do that. So I appreciate you guys getting to do that.
Standing someone has its flip side, as it's not just stans forming protective rings around their master to protect them and defend them. Sometimes this stand can turn on the celebrities and become the attackers, because at the end of the day, stans make the celebrity an object of their admiration. They have deified a human being so much so that they strip the human being of their humanity. Stans can begin to feel a sense of entitlement, and when their obsession is not reciprocated, they can get dangerous. For example, stans do not have a sense of boundary when it comes to their idols. Most times, when celebrities get attacked by overzealous crowds, it's not typically people who hate them, but on the contrary, people who admire them. People who feel like celebrity owe them their life and not just their crafts. You see your fave getting a coffee with their loved ones and you walk up to them and feel entitled to them taking time to give you and your family members autograph, and when they refuse, you go berserk. Many celebrities suffer from anxiety because of this treatment.
But... Ow! That didn't feel good.
And these fanatics still believe they have no right to not want to see them. Who do you think they get protection from? I mean, on the rare occasions that celebrities get targeted for assassination, most of the times they get bodyguards to protect themselves from over-enthusiastic fans who don't recognize boundaries, fans who don't treat them like human beings. Many fans feel like their worship is fair trade for the celebrity's life, so they don't hold back when it comes to what they expect from the celebrity in question. I see no difference when it comes to people trying to protect God. Like this tweet said, may God protect us from people who want to protect God. Firstly, this God is all-powerful, sovereign, and immortal, invincible. Yet you, a mere mortal, who according to your belief is no more his creation than the next person, feel the need to take up arms to protect this God, whose commandments actually state that you shouldn't take another's life. You break important commandments and go against doctrines to fight on this God's behalf, to protect this God, to defend this God from other people that this God created. I understand feeling offended for someone disrespecting your belief, but when your belief is such that cannot be criticized, when your belief is something that cannot be poked at, then maybe it's no longer a belief, it's a cult. It is a cult. And when you feel the need to physically harm somebody for having opinions, you need to book a session with a therapy. I'm just saying, boo-boo. When celebrities had to defend themselves from their own fans. Because of the lack of boundaries that exist in this celebrity to fan relationship sometimes, many celebrities have had to take matters into their own hands to defend themselves from those people who were supposed to be their supporters and admirers. You know you can actually support someone without being weird or nasty about it, right? A hard pill to swallow is that many of these celebrities that you feel like you can die for wouldn't even spit on you if you were on fire. I'm just saying. Signs that you are a stan. Now, before I go into this, there is nothing inherently wrong in being a fan of something or someone. It's just human to like or love things or people. But just like a lot of human aspects, there is fucked up parts of it. Many people with a problem do not actually recognize that they have a problem because most times they are not taking a step back to look at it from the perspective of an outsider looking in. Every criticism is often seen as an attack. We can get so immersed in ourselves that oftentimes we don't realize until it's too late that we have been on the wrong. So here are some surface signs to realize that you are leaving fanship and slipping into stanship, or that you are already a full-fledged stan. Whether you want to do something about that or not is up to you. Whether you think that is a bad thing or not is up to you. Whether you want to change that is up to you. 1. You lose ability to criticize or hold your faith accountable. 2. You develop obsession with them that can manifest in several ways. It can be the traditional building a shrine of the celebrity pictures, or getting into intense, ugly, and borderline fights over these people. 3. More obvious, you own a stan account. 4. You get into erratic emotional outbursts whenever you are in an argument about said celebrity's prowess. I mean, I know it's an abomination to call Beyonce talentless, but you don't see me threatening to kill someone's mom for saying that. Also, if you find that you refuse to, for example, you find that you refuse to give blood to your father, which can actually save his life because he thinks Messi is better than Ronaldo, as he should. Who said that? 5. You feel the need to pass your points across by sending heavy curses and or death threats to people who have a different opinion on your faith from yours. If you find that you fit into quite a few or all of these categories, you have some work to do, my friend. And if you disagree on the work part, congratulations, you are a full-fledged stan. Some infamous fan rivalry that exists currently are Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B, Wizkid versus Davido, Justin Bieber versus Selena Gomez, Messi versus Ronaldo, Tacha versus Messi, Lana Del Rey versus, well, literally every fan base. If you know, you know. Thank you so much if you made it this far into the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know your thoughts. If you curse me, you can pass on your opinion without being disrespectful. Do you understand? It's very possible, I promise. I really do. I promise. You're not going to turn into a pillar of salt if you do that. But then again, it's up to you, whatever you want to say. Now you get your mouth. Do you understand? Like, that's just all I got to say. You're into going around bullying, harassing, and doing the most to people because they said something about your fave. Like, I understand you trying to defend someone you like, but some of you take it a little too far. It's been days. People are still in Korty's DM, insulting, abusing, threatening, and harassing her. Get a life. Jesus.